Welcome to the Forsyth County News Football Media Day. I'm Derek Richmond, the sports reporter for Forsyth County News. Football season is just around the corner. Today, we have the opportunity to dive into the minds of coaches and players as they share their insights for the upcoming season and maybe making even bold predictions. I'm joined by the West Forsyth Wolverines. And Coach, how about you just who you are and why you brought these players to represent the Wolverines football program?
Absolutely. My name's Jacob Nichols. This will be my first year as head coach at West Forsyth. I've been there for the last 6 seasons as the offensive coordinator under former head coach Dave Savela. With me today, I have 3 of our 4 captains. Number 0, Sully Biggs, number 70, Dylan Mitrali, and number 26, Logan Hawkins. Keegan Krog, our other senior captain, could not be here with us today. So that's why these guys are here with us. They're leaders on our team. They're key contributors on the field. They all had great seasons last year, both on the field and off. They're guys that we can trust to do a great job in leading their teammates, making plays on the field, making the right decisions in the classroom and in the community. So I felt like they earned the right to be here to represent their team.
Last year, West Forsyth was the best team in Forsyth County. You got the wins, you got the region trophy, but things are different now. New staff, new role, new players. What excites you about the talent you have with you today?
Sure. Yeah, last year was a great year. We started last season with the mantra, make history. And as these guys know, and you guys may know as well, we were just a few plays away from making that happen. This year we're going into it with a little bit different mindset, a little bit different approach. I actually asked these guys to help me come up with this year's motto, which is actually going to be heart over history. We decided that having great heart and having great effort was more important than the numbers and the statistics and things like that. And I think that really encapsulates who these young men are and what they stand for. As far as the coaching staff goes, we had a little bit of turnover, but a lot of familiar faces, a lot of the same people in the same roles. So not a whole lot has changed there. Schematically, philosophically, we'll still do a lot of things the same way. But as you mentioned, even though we have a lot of returning starters, these guys and many others as well, we did lose a lot of production. A lot of those seniors that graduated and have gone on to already start at some college programs around the country. There's a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns, a lot of stats and things like that to be replaced. But it all goes back to our mantra for this year. And if we have the heart and if we have the effort, we can replace things that are just numbers.
You mentioned you've been here at West Forsyth for a long time, offensive coordinator. Now you're running the show. How's it like being a head coach?
Well, this is my second go-around as a head coach. Spent 6 years as a head coach at Alpharetta a few years back, and I think the biggest difference that I enjoy is just the support that our program has from an administrative level to a community level, and also the buy-in and the dedication of our kids and our coaches. I would put our coaching staff and I would put the work ethic of our kids up against pretty much anybody in the state, and I think if you look at our results the past few years, you can see that we've been in some really close games with some of the top teams that this state has to offer, and it has a lot more to do with their heart, their dedication, their work ethic than their measurables and their talent in a lot of cases. So definitely looking to continue to push forward in the same direction. This is our school's 20th year, so there is going to be a little bit of history for not just football season, but all of the events around our school this year, and so we feel like we got a special opportunity to leave our mark.
Now, you're the offensive mastermind, averaging 32 points per game. How do you maintain that level of intensity or maybe surpass it with these new pieces you have around you?
Well, I got to give a lot of credit to the players, both past and present. I think our philosophy offensively is just find what works and continue to apply pressure, not try to be somebody that we're not try to force our kids or our personnel to adapt to the scheme, but the other way around, and just find a scheme and find a comfort zone for our kids, both offensively and defensively, where we feel like they can have success. And the great part about it is our kids are very emotionally strong and mentally strong, and so there's a lot that they can handle, a lot that they can process, and they do a really good job of kind of coaching each other up on the field, which makes our job as coaches very easy. So we're still working on finding exactly what our niche is going to be across the board, but definitely look forward to continuing that work and seeing how the pieces fall into place over the course of the next 6 weeks or so, as crazy as that sounds.
Now for the players, talk around town how this is West Forsyth rebuilding year. For me, I will take that as disrespect. What should the fans and opposing teams should know about this West Forsyth football team?
Okay, so what I would say about how everyone else thinks about us and our team, I mean, one thing I believe that we are a family and how we work. I mean, no one sees the hours that we put in summer, the work that we do. So honestly, I know it's there, but we just can't listen to it, and we got to stay in direction with ourselves.
Yeah, I think Sully hit it, right on. It's, nobody else sees what we do, in the weight room, on the field, conditioning early mornings and all that stuff. So, yeah.
For me, I think if you could describe West Forsyth football over the past few years in one word, it would be compete. No matter who we're playing, whether it's Westlake or Douglas County or Lambert, we're going to go out and we're going to compete. We're going to put our best players forward. We're going to put our best effort forward, and we're just going to do our best to win the game. So I can't speak to how many wins or losses we'll have this year, but I know for sure our team is going to go out and compete.
Final year wearing the West Forsyth Wolverine uniform. What do you want to accomplish this year?
So for me, I think that can just be attributed to legacy. West Forsyth, we have a history of good running backs. From Foster to Drew to all sorts of people. And so for me, I just want to do my best to just leave behind a legacy at the school. It doesn't matter how many yards or touchdowns I put up. I want people to know that what I did here mattered, and I contributed to this program and this team.
Am I answering the same question?
Correct. What goals do you have set in place that you want to accomplish?
So the goals that, we want to accomplish this year is, we want to get to the same spot or even further that we went last year. We want to keep going. We want to keep showing who we are and what we can do.
I would say my biggest goal for this upcoming season is, first of all, as a captain, I've realized that I need to step up in a bigger role, even beyond the game of football, being there for all the players on and off, no matter what, if they have anything. They can come up to me. And I do have one more as a group, leading my linebackers with Coach Barker, too. And we have a good family and good trust within each other, and I respect that.
Nah, speaking for the defensive guys, what can we expect from this defense this year?
Okay, I would say for the West Forsyth Wolverines defense in this upcoming year, I mean, I want a lot of pressure. I want to put a lot on, not stay on the field long, of course, but we've been putting in a lot of blitzing packages. Wait, sorry, I restart that.
Nah, you're good. You want me to re-ask the question?
Yeah, re-ask for me.
All right.
I don't think that's a big secret.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say it.
For this West Forsyth defense, what can we expect out of this year's group?
For the West Forsyth Wolverines and this year for defense, I would say we are going to bring a lot of grit. We're going to blitz. We're going to pressure you a lot. But one thing that we've been trying to do a lot more as a defense as a whole is communicate, have each other's backs. And I feel like we've developed a really good bond, and we're playing for each other very well.
Now, for the offensive guys, what can we expect from the offense? Any trick plays? I know you had your offensive mastermind here, but now it's a new thing. It's a new tradition. What can we expect from the offense for this West Forsyth Wolverines football team?
It's really just, sticking to who we are, right? Just, we're going to come up, we're going to run the ball right down your throat. And then just as soon as you get tired, we're going to keep running the ball down your throat, and then we're going to open up with the pass, we're going to throw the ball downfield, we're going to score touchdowns, we're going to win games.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, as far as trick plays go, I would love if Coach would let me throw one at some point this year. That'd be a good time. But, it's like Dylan said, we're going to stick to our identity. We're going to run the ball hard. We're going to throw the ball. We're going to go out there and we're going to pound people. That's just how we play. That's the way our offense has worked over the past few years. We're going to keep that going.
Now for the coach, what's the biggest question the West Forsyth Wolverines football team have to answer?
Biggest question we have to answer?
Correct.
Honestly, I think it's just who are the 11 or 22 guys that are going to be on the field. Like we talked about before, loss of production in our leading rusher, our leading passer, our 2 or 3 leading receivers, leading tackler. So the answer to those questions is yet to be determined, but I can tell you it's not, from a drop-off in talent or from a worrying about that. It's just a matter of putting the right people and the right pieces in the right place. We've got a lot of talented kids that a lot of people probably haven't even heard of before, just because they haven't had their opportunity. But that's the beauty of having 130 to 140 kids in the program every year, is you've always got the next guy waiting in the wings. That's a motto we use all the time, and as long as I've been there, I've heard it over and over again. Is next man up. Whether it's an injury, whether it's losing someone to graduation, just because you're a ninth grader, just because you're a second stringer, doesn't mean that you're going to prepare any different or any less than the guy in front of you. And I think this will be a great season and a great opportunity for some guys who probably haven't had a chance to be in the newspaper before, to get themselves in the newspaper and get a lot of recognition and have a lot of success. So I'm looking forward to that.
Now, Coach, it's been a hot summer. Obviously, you guys would know, grinding in the weight room, on the field. Was there an essential thing you guys focus on this offseason?
Well, as Logan can tell you, one of the things that I looked at in the transition from last year to this year was not so much focused about what occurred on the field or what occurred on film or in the stat book or anything like that, but I spent a lot of time with our rising senior group, trying to instill some leadership qualities, some values for them that go beyond the game of football, to kind of help try to spread that throughout the entire program. Not that hadn't been done before, but again, along with a lot of those statistics and numbers, a lot of leadership was in the group that we've had for the last few years. And, I just felt like it would be a good opportunity for these guys as captains and our seniors to take a few moments to sit back and understand, hey, this is our team now, this is my team now. Maybe I haven't had to step up and fulfill that role before, but for this season, if we want to continue to have the rate of success that we've had, somebody's got to do it, so why not me?
Okay, when you vision about the West Forsyth football program, what do you want to accomplish this year?
Well, I think these guys have said it in a lot of different ways. I mean, obviously the standard that has been set over the course of the last 6+ years, even dating back to the first head coach, Frank Hepler at West Forsyth. I mean, there's been a lot of success on the football field. We're no stranger to the playoffs, no stranger to region championships, no stranger to the quarterfinals, and so obviously, that is kind of the standard, and I guess so far it's been the ceiling. So I think it would be a very special opportunity to have a chance to bust through that ceiling. But obviously, we're just going to work every day to meet the standard and focus on ourselves, focus on being the best version of ourselves we can be. We have a very tough non-region schedule to open up, so we're going to learn a lot about ourselves and who we are and what we're capable of, but we're also going to make sure we're keeping our focus on retaining that region championship trophy and focusing on the postseason and making some noise late into the calendar year.
Okay, now just for the players, I know Coach talked about focusing on the games and what can you work on, but I got a question. Who got the best drip on the team?
Who got the best drip on our team?
Yeah, who got the best swagger, the accessories, head to toe?
Oh my goodness. I would give it to Gator. I can't lie.
Gator
Our
got
little
the best
cornerback.
drip.
I'm not gonna lie, because he doesn't overdo it. He just puts it right on. So shout out to him. I think he has the best drip.
Logan laughing.
I always want to say myself just for, bias and stuff like that. But I'd probably have to say, Sully puts it on well. Sully does it well. That's what I'm going. I'm going with Sully.
Yeah, I mean, like Dylan said, I want to go with the bias and say myself, but I'm probably going to have to go with my boy Sam Stiff here. He's one of our other inside backers, and he's always got it on nice.
Now, who's the toughest teammate you have to go face it one-on-one? For example, wide receiver drills, DB drills, linebacker and running back, O-line, D-line. What's the toughest teammate you had to face?
I mean, I'd probably put it at two guys. Sam and Sully are two inside backers. We do a lot of one-on-one running back, linebacker stuff, especially when we get into pads, when we get in season. And I mean, every rep, it's a battle. Every rep we're competing against each other. And sometimes I'll win, sometimes he'll win. Doesn't matter. Like, we're getting better every time. So that's what I put it at.
Who won more?
Probably me.
I'm probably have to say Joel.
Okay.
Guy's a speed rusher. Guy's got power. Guy's got everything. He's quick around the edge. He can bend really well. He's got a great get off. So, yeah.
Yeah, I have to. I got to put 3 people.
Okay.
Dylan up there in the O-line, getting in the trenches in the box, and Josh Morgan and Logan. When we get deep into late in the season, early in the morning, we go running back one-on-ones, and it gets pretty heated.
He gets pretty heated.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
1 to 10, how heated?
1 to 10, how heated?
Yeah.
I give it a 8. 8 out of 10. It gets pretty heated. It gets loud.
Okay.
It wakes you up in the morning.
Let's talk about this season. Is there a particular game you guys have circled on your calendar? Maybe left a bad blood, or maybe this is a game you can't wait to get after?
Well, I mean, of course, I have to put Halston County at Georgia State. I think it's on the 21st. I mean, playing in a stadium like that, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. There'll be crazy game standards, but I'm excited to play.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 2. I got obviously Houston and North. I'd say North just because, just love beating them.
Okay, you guys are in the same room.
Yeah, no, I mean Houston County, North, all those games, they're gonna be great. They're gonna be a fight for sure. But for me, it's gonna be Lambert. I mean, every year, for me, I feel like they're our biggest rivals, and I love playing Lambert. I love beating them more, but definitely looking forward to that game.
Now, let's say you guys do beat one of those teams. What's the best place to eat after that win?
It's always gonna be Waffle House. Always gonna be Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Me and my buddies are always hitting that up after the game, and it's a good time.
Yeah, I'm going to a little Golden Corral action.
Golden Corral,
little some
okay,
of that.
buffet.
Yeah.
I would go with kind of local, but Castleberry.
Okay.
I love me a little Castleberry, but we need to all decide it and pick out a place for us to eat after these wins this season.
All right, now, Coach, let's say which assistant is celebrating the hardest after a big win?
All of them? Is that an acceptable answer? No. You know what? I think the great thing about our staff is we not only love coaching the game together, but we enjoy spending time together, off the field as well. So all of us probably is a legitimate answer. But I know for a fact that come Saturday morning about 7 or 8 o'clock, whatever time we're rocking and rolling, we're right back to work on the next week. So we'll celebrate, we'll enjoy for a short time, but then we're right back to it, watching film and making corrections from the previous game and preparing for the upcoming game. So there's a little bit of time to celebrate, but I think that short amount of time keeps us all in check.
That's good. Now, final question. Let's say you score a touchdown, late game scenario, score a touchdown, extra point to tie, 2-point conversion to get the W. Which one are you taking and why?
There's so many factors there. I got to admit, I'm a go for 2 guy. When I was in high school, believe it or not, years ago, I won't tell you how many. Georgia had a rule that you could actually tie the state championship game.
Okay.
Up until 2006, when 2 state championship games ended in ties. The very next year, ironically, they changed the rule. And our high school coach used to tell us all the time, hey, if we ever get in that scenario in a state championship game, we're going for 2. Because I'd rather lose going for 2 than walk away with a tie. So, I'd say 9 times out of 10, no matter what the situation is, I'm going for 2.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up West Forsyth Football Media Day. I'm Derek Richmond, the sports reporter for Forsyth County News. I want to give a huge thanks to our sponsor and Poppin for letting us host this year's Media Day. I'm Derek Richmond, and we're signing out.